The Making of Whispers of Willow Creek, artist Marion Dorsey. Welcome to this step-by-step guide where I take you behind the scenes of creating my video, Whispers of Willow Creek. This is not just a showcase of creativity, it's also a deep dive into how cutting-edge AI technology can simplify complex tasks and bring your vision to life. In this how-to video, I'll walk you through the software tools and techniques I use to transform an idea into a polished production. From visual storytelling to the incredible smart AI programs that acted as my digital assistants, I'll demonstrate how I simply typed in what I needed, and they did the heavy lifting. Whether you're a creator, curious about integrating AI into your workflow, or just looking to explore new tools, this guide will inspire and empower you to take your projects to the next level. Let's get started.
Night Whispers. Once upon a time in the sleepy town of Willow Creek, there stood an old, forgotten toy shop at the end of a narrow street. Its windows were dusty, and the sign above the door swung back and forth in the creaking wind, yet the townsfolk often caught glimpses of eerie dolls peering out from behind the glass. They whispered tales of a powerful curse and neglected to approach, imagining that the dolls were watching their every move. Despite the townspeople's fear, a curious young girl named Lacy was drawn to the toy shop. One misty afternoon, unable to resist the pull of the mystery, she pushed open the decrepit door. A bell jingled ominously, sending shivers down her spine. Inside, shelf upon shelf of dolls greeted her, each one unique, their glassy eyes shimmering in the dim light. There were porcelain beauties with delicate features, rag dolls with stitched smiles, and even marionettes that hung lifelessly from their strings, waiting to be animated. As Lacy wandered deeper into the shop, she stumbled upon a dusty corner where a particularly unsettling doll caught her eye. It was an antique with a cracked porcelain face, dressed in a tattered lace gown, its eyes a deep, haunting blue. The moment she touched it, a chill raced through her, and a whisper filled the air, soft yet insistent. "Play with me?" Filled with an irresistible urge, Lacy bought the doll and rushed home. That night, as the moon cast eerie shadows across her room, strange occurrences began. The doll seemed to shift slightly, changing positions when Lacy wasn't looking, and often she would wake up to find its eyes fixed upon her, watching her intently. "Let's play," the doll whispered one night, a bit louder than before. Lacy hesitated, but her curiosity overcame her fear. She grabbed the doll and began to play a game of tea party. As they played, Lacy felt a rush of joy unlike any she had experienced before, and the doll smiled back with an unsettling grin. But as the sun began to rise, the atmosphere shifted. Shadows crept along the walls, and Lacy felt a weight pressing down on her chest. The doll began to speak in a chorus of voices, each one more sinister than the last. "You shouldn't have brought me here," they echoed, a chilling wind swirling through her room. Panicking, Lacy tried to cast the doll aside, but its grip on her tightened as it pulled her into a dark world of nightmares. The once joyful play had transformed into a harrowing game of hide and seek, where Lacy found herself chased by the twisted figures of other dolls, all with the same haunting smile. In desperation, she remembered the stories she had heard about the toy shop's curse. To free herself, she needed to return the doll to where she had found it before the clock struck midnight. Heart racing, she bolted from her house, with the doll clutched tightly in her arms. As she rushed back to the toy shop, the streets seemed alive with shadows, the whispers getting louder, urging her to turn back. But there was no time. With every step, the doll's grip grew stronger, desperately trying to keep her from reaching the door. Finally, With the clock chiming the midnight hour, she flung the door open and dashed inside. "I'm sorry," she cried, dropping the doll back onto the old, dusty shelf. The moment it hit the wood, a deafening silence fell, and the shop turned to darkness, the once vibrant colors fading into shadows. Lacy stumbled out and collapsed on the cold pavement, gasping for air. As dawn broke over Willow Creek, the shop vanished, leaving only a faded outline on the cobblestones, a reminder of the playtime that had nearly cost her everything. From that day forward, Lacy never spoke of the doll or the night whispers of Willow Creek again. But the townsfolk began to notice that when the wind howled, it carried faint echoes of laughter, and the smell of burnt, twisted lace lingered in the air, reminding everyone that some dolls never forget and some playthings are better left alone. Continue on Amazon Kindle ebook.